It's time to talk about some of my favorite people. Let's go. Welcome back, Boat Dragons. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I was tagged in the My Favorite People book tag. And this is an original tag created by Gareth over at Books, Songs, and Other Magic. And if you haven't checked out Gareth's channel, he's one of my favorite people. Make sure that you check out his channel and watch all of his great content. He's got some awesome stuff, and he's actually created quite a few original tags. So I'm really thankful that he decided to tag me in this, and I'm really excited to do it. And then stay tuned to the end because I'm going to tag some other people to do this as well. All right, so with that being said, let's get right to the tag. Got to put my eyes on here as I always do. Got to get those on. I can see. All right, guys. So the first prompt on this tag is name your favorite author. Of course, that's Neil Gaiman. I mean, you can see right up here, I've got a whole shelf devoted to Neil Gaiman and his books, and I absolutely love Neil Gaiman. So yes, he's my favorite author, and there we go. The next prompt on this tag is name your favorite comedy actor or comedian. And this was really tough because I do have a lot of comedians and comedic actors that I enjoy, but I don't think very many of them have made me laugh out loud as much as I do with Bob Hope. I'm kind of an old soul. I like classic movies and classic comedy, and some of my favorite classic movies are Bob Hope movies. My favorite brunette, the road pictures with Bing Crosby, like Road to Rio, Road to Zanzibar, Road to Utopia. And I've seen some great comedy sketches from Bob Hope as well. I used to watch him on the Johnny Carson show with my parents if he'd be on. So yeah, I just really enjoyed Bob Hope growing up, and he's probably my favorite comedic actor. I think my favorite movie of his is My Favorite Brunette. Don't get me wrong, I like the road pictures. I really do. But I think he just really shined in My Favorite Brunette as a baby photographer mistaken for a private detective, and he gets wrapped up in this conspiracy mystery and everything. It's hilarious, guys. It is so good. If you have not seen My Favorite Brunette, you're sorely missing out. So that's a long-winded answer to this question. Let's move on to prompt number 3. Name your favorite dramatic or serious actor or actress. And my favorite dramatic actor is Tom Hanks. And he's done a lot of comedy movies as well, and even dramatic comedies, kind of blurring that line. But he is such a great actor and such a versatile actor. And I think some of my favorite movies that he's been in are dramatic movies, even though I haven't really seen a movie of his that I didn't like, with the exception of Road to Perdition. And that wasn't a Tom Hanks problem. That was more of a story problem. I just didn't really click with the story, even though it's set in one of my favorite eras. I don't know. It just didn't feel like the right movie for me. But I like Tom Hanks in it. So there we go. My favorite movie of his is probably Apollo 13. But it's hard to say because there's so many good ones. I can't get enough of Tom Hanks. I still need to see A Man Called Otto, which is based on a book by Frederick Bachman called A Man Called Uwe. But I probably should try out the book before I see the movie. So, another long answer to a question. So let's move on. See, I could do this all day. Name your favorite political figure, past or present. Oh, guys, I don't really get into politics that much. I'm not very politically driven. I don't keep up with it a whole lot. But I tell you what, I really, really like Barack Obama. I just really like that guy. And his wife, Michelle, too. I think their family is just a gem. And I thought it was just a wonderful testimony to American progress when we got our first black president. So yeah, I just really, really like Barack Obama, and I think that he's going to go down in history as an extremely important political figure. So I'm going to move on. I won't dwell on that too much, but let's go on to number 5. Name your favorite film writer or director. Oh man, I have two actually. One is primarily TV and one is primarily movies. For TV, I would say Mike Flanagan is currently the reigning king as far as directors go. That guy is just a mad creative genius. I haven't seen any movie or TV project of his that I have not liked. So far, the best one that I've seen so far is The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix, and this guy can just do no wrong, in my personal opinion. I am just so enamored with his stuff, and I recently found out that he's got the rights to The Dark Tower by Stephen King, and I'm like, yeah, gimme, gimme. Give me, I want it. Mike Flanagan, give me The Dark Tower. I think he would do it justice. And he's a huge Stephen King fan, and he's adapted other works of Stephen King for film. So I think he could do it. The other director that I want to talk about is Denis Villeneuve. And you're probably not shocked by that. I love the most recent adaptation of Dune Parts 1 and 2. I absolutely loved Arrival. I saw that for the first time just a few weeks ago, and I absolutely adored Blade Runner 2049. So Denis Villeneuve is just a powerhouse, guys, and I can't wait to see more of what he does. We're probably going to get a third Dune movie based on Dune Messiah, and I know he has been slated to adapt Rendezvous with Rama, so I'm there for it, guys. This guy can do sci-fi epics in a very magnificent way. Good stuff. All right, so we need to move on. Again, here I am getting long-winded. Name your favorite new discovery. Well, speaking of Denis Villeneuve, I saw Arrival for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how I'd missed it. I don't know why I've waited so long. It's been on my list to watch for a long time. And man, I tell you what, that movie was so good, so good. I mean, I was crying. I just, such a magnificent film. And it's turned me on to the writings of Ted Chiang because Arrival was based off of one of his short science fiction stories. So I need to be picking up some of his writing now. So thanks to that new discovery of Arrival, right? Prompt number 7. Name your favorite musician or singer. And that would be Billy Joel. Billy Joel is my all-time favorite musician, definitely my all-time favorite pop singer, really my favorite musician of all time just in general. I absolutely love Billy Joel. What I like about Billy Joel is not only does he make good music, he makes thoughtful and thought-provoking music. His music and lyrics have so many layers. At times, it's just downright philosophical. It is just such amazing work. And I first found out about Billy Joel in high school because my friend was a big fan of his. And I'm so thankful to that friend of mine because I've had a lifelong passion for Billy's music. So, yeah, there you go. Name your biggest inspirational person. Oh, okay, guys. So I have 3, and the first one is Martin Luther King Jr., just an amazing man who laid the foundation for the civil rights movement. And I firmly believe that civil rights would not be where it is today if it were not for such a powerful visionary as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I just am so thankful that he lived and shared his dream with us. The second person I'm going to talk about is Dr. Wayne Dyer. Dr. Wayne Dyer's writings are what introduced me to the philosophy of Taoism, and I am just so thankful to have come across his works, to have been influenced by his teachings and his talks. He touched so many people's lives with the message of life change through thought change, and I just absolutely loved his writings, and I'm so glad I came across them. And then another inspirational figure in my life is Alan Watts. He is pretty much known as the father of Western Zen. He brought Zen philosophy to the States in a way that is palatable for the average person. And I just absolutely love listening to his talks on YouTube and reading his books. And I'm just really thankful that he was around and that he had the vision to bring these kind of teachings to America. And so, yeah, Alan Watts, phenomenal thinker, phenomenal human being. I just highly recommend, if you've not checked out his stuff, you really, really should. And now I need to tag some people. I'm going to tag Chris over at Chris Reviews. I'm going to tag Alyssa over at Into the Heart Wild. And I'm going to tag my boy Darko over at Kindles and Kicks. I highly recommend that you check out all of these fantastic booktubers. And if you're a booktuber and you're watching this tag and you want to do it, feel free. I would love to see your answers. Even if you just want to put them in the comments below, that's great. You can do that. I would love to hear from you what you thought of this tag, what you thought of some of the answers. Feel free to dialogue with me in the comments below. And until next time, guys, make sure you are reading more books, and I will talk with you very soon.